Hello and welcome. This is Lisa Bermudez, and in this class, we'll be moving through a Pitta pacifying practice. So let's get right into it. Let's get started actually in child's pose. So come to your hands and your knees, bring your big toes together, widen out your knees, and just release your head towards the mat. And then start to take some breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. From your child's pose, walk your hands all the way over to your right, stretching out the left sideways. Breathe in. Breathe out, turn a bit more right. Unravel back through center, switch sides. Walk your hands towards your left. Breathe in. Breathe out, turn a little more to your left. Come back through center. Extend your arms forward so that way you're on hands and knees. And then from here, just crawl the knees up towards your wrists and take a seat back onto your heels if this feels okay for you. If you need to put a prop under your seat to be in a comfortable place here, you may do that. You can also sit up on your legs. You could crisscross your legs instead. And then close your eyes if they've been open and just once again, watch the breath move in through your nose. Breathe in. Watch the breath move out through your nose. Breathe out. How deeply can you inhale? How deeply can you exhale? So in Pitta season, which for a lot of us in certain places in the world, we're experiencing summertime. The weather is hotter, the days are longer, and the qualities of Pitta are just way more in our face, right? It's hot, things are sharp, things are really, they can even be quite intense in the summer. So Pitta pacifying practice may be just way slower than the practice that you're used to doing. So I invite you to lean into that, especially if you are feeling a little overwhelmed, if you are feeling a little agitated, angry. Open up your eyes and inhale your arms up high. And then exhale, just take a gentle, soft twist over to the right. Spread through the collarbones. Can this twist help you elongate your left side body a little bit more? And then come back through center, inhale your arms up. Exhale, turn over towards your left. Come back through center, inhale your arms up. And then exhale back to your hands and your knees to make your way into your downward facing dog. Hips are high as you spread through your fingers and spread through your toes. You may bend your knees, sway your hips a little bit side to side. Super softly, super slowly, walk your feet all the way up to the very top of your space. We'll meet up together in a forward fold at the front of the mat, and you can shake your head yes and no once you get here. Tuck your chin into your chest and super softly roll all the way up to stand, allowing your head to be your last thing, the last thing to come up. And in Tadasana, just ground through your feet, reach through the crown of your head, take a breath in. Stay to breathe out, shoulder blades together. Inhale your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back to a low lunge, really finding the full in-breath there. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Your hips come high. Breathe in, calm forward plank pose. For this class, let's lower all the way to the ground in one long flat line. You could always lower your knees down first. Untuck your toes and lift your heart for a low baby cobra, spreading through your fingers and your toes. Tuck your toes and tip back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale your right foot forward, closer to your right thumb. Long spine, make space through the side waist as you breathe in. Your belly's engaged. Step forward. Your back foot meets your front foot at the top of your spot. Breathe out. Inhale your arms up high, rise to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back to your low lunge on an in-breath. Spread through the fingers, spread through your back toes. Exhale back into your downward facing dog. Hips are high. Plank pose. Breathe in. Hug your elbows in. Exhale down to the earth. Untuck your toes. Lift your heart. Low baby cobra. Tuck your toes. Press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale your left foot forward. Breathing in, long spine. Step forward. Exhale into your legs. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Fill up with breath with new space. Exhale, forward fold. Let go of whatever you might have walked onto your mat with. Inhale your right foot back, low lunge. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. The only thing that matters right now is that inhale in as you roll forward. Exhale, lower to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart. Low cobra. Spread through the toes and your fingers. Exhale your way back into downward facing dog. Hips are high, belly's engaged. Breathe in, reach your right leg high. Breathe out and step your right foot forward, closer to your right thumb. Inhale, long spine. Step forward, exhale into your legs. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale your left foot back to your low lunge. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, come forward plank. Breathe out, lower to the earth. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart, low cobra. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high, breathe in. Breathe out, step your left foot forward. Long spine, inhale. Step forward, exhale into your legs. Reach your arms up high as you rise up. Forward fold, dive back in. Step your left foot back, low lunge. This time, plank pose. Spread through your fingers and toes. Breathe in. Child's pose. Breathing out. And then slide back so you're seated on the shins. Your hands are next to your hips. I'm bringing my heels and my knees a little bit closer together. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale your right hand outside of your right hip. Lengthen through your left side waist. Take your left arm, sweep it down, reach your arms forward. Stay for an inhale. Really closed kneed child's pose. Exhale, relax your head. Slide your hands back, reach your arms up. Take your left hand outside of your left hip. Right hand reaches towards the left. Breathe in. Breathe out, sweep your arm down, extend both arms forward. Wide, so actually closed kneed child's pose. Wide hands though. Relax your head. Breathe in. Breathing out. Look between your thumbs. Bring your arms back about shoulders width together and pressing back, downward facing dog, separating your hips, your legs and your feet about hips width apart. From your dog pose, reach your right leg high. Step your right foot forward closer to your right thumb and rise up to a high lunge. Heel open, warrior two. As your back heel turns down, open up your arms and gaze over your right fingers. Stay for a breath in. Breathe out. Flip your palms, engage your abdominals. Tip back, reverse, peaceful warrior. You may bend your right knee a little bit more. Reach your right hand away from the right knee. Bring your hands down and around your right foot. Turn your back heel up. Plant your palms and press right back. Downward facing dog. Hips are high. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale your left foot forward. Breathe in, high lunge, arms rise. Heel open, warrior two with your breath out. You might look over the left fingers, really press into the outer edge of your right foot. Move your right hip a little bit towards your left knee. Flip your palms, breathe in, tip back, reverse. Belly's engaged. Your left knee might even move a little more towards your left pinky toe. And then circle your hands down, frame your left foot, press back, downward dog. From down dog, bring your knees down, widen your knees out this time for a more traditional child's pose. Relax your head. And then slide back up. From here, reach your arms up high once more. Take your right hand outside of your right hip. Left arm reaches over to your left. Sweep your arms down with your knees closer together. This closed knee child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the weight of your head, allowing your thighs to support your trunk, your midsection, your belly. One of the main sites of Pitta Dosha is in that area there. So just almost giving a little bit of love to that area, a little bit of attention to that area. That space can get really fired up when Pitta is out of balance or when there's too much Pitta. So just coming into this sort of cooling, sweet spot. Then roll back up. Reach your arms up. Take your left hand right outside of your left hip. Reach your right arm high. Breathe in. Breathing out. Sweep the arm down. Reach forward with your hands. And again, just relaxing your head. Giving that midsection space, just a little bit of love. And then roll back up. If you want, you might even take your hands onto the belly. You can bring one hand on top of the other or just stack the hands. And then breathe in, sit a little taller. Breathe out, relax your shoulders. Look forward and come out to the hands and knees just so you can start to crawl your knees to your wrists. And then sit back, coming to a seat. Your legs will extend forward. Hug your right knee in towards your heart and take your right foot outside of that left thigh. Sit up tall, and you may stay centered just like this, or you can start to twist over to the right. Twists are definitely, or can certainly be, very heating for the body. But so it's interesting that we are doing a twist, right, when we're trying to pacify Pitta. But if we think about the twist actually being a little more nurturing towards all the organs, towards all the space in our belly, in our midsection, in the site of Pitta, one of the sites of Pitta there, we can actually send a little bit more of lovingness into that area, into that space, and just acknowledge all the good that it does for us. Come back through center and give your shin a hug. And then switch sides. Hug your left shin in, left foot outside of your right leg, sit tall. And then just start to turn over to your left. Look forward. Come back through center. Step your feet to your mat and start to just lie down on your back. Once you get to your back, you can, I like to always just make sure I know where my heels are. And if you'd like, if you prefer, you can just bring your knees together and widen your feet. You can actually look up at your screen or over at your screen if you need a visual of that. Maybe the palms, the hands come to the abdominals, or bridge pose. Bring your knees and your feet about hips width together, hips width apart, and then lift your hips up. You may interlace the fingers as the heart reaches towards the ceiling or the sky. And then lower down, release everything back down. Once you're down, bring your knees and your feet closer together. Move your hips a little bit right, drop the knees left. And you can keep your heart and your gaze up, or you can open the right arm out to your right and look over your right shoulder. And one of the sites of Pitta Dosha is actually the space where the food, anything that we take into our body, any nutrition actually gets kind of like cooked, where it gets sent to the places that it needs to after that. So if there's too much Pitta, if we're having a little bit of a Pitta imbalance there, Pitta might manifest as really loose stools, diarrhea, an upset stomach. So taking the time to slow down and just chill out for a few moments out of our day can start to become quite transformational. Come back through center and switch sides. Knees right, hips a little left. And just make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. come back through center. And if it feels good for you, find a happy baby. You could grab your big toes. You might sway a little side to side. Hug your knees in. And either roll or take a soft rock up to a seat. Draw the soles of your feet together. And take your heels pretty far from your hips, releasing down for your Tarasana. For some of us, the head might make contact with the feet. For some of us, not so much. But wherever you are, no pushing, no pulling, no forcing. Trying not to be competitive with yourself. For those of us that naturally just are born, that have a lot of Pitta within us, there could be some competitiveness that shows up whenever it's Pitta season. That might be with people around us, that might be with ourselves as well. So just being mindful of that and trying to just take it easy. Doesn't have to be a competition all the time. It's okay if I don't touch my head to my feet today. It's okay if I forgot my prop and I can't get my head on anything. Allow this Tarasana to be a place where you can actually tap into the fact that your back is exposed. And forward folds help us move forward. So whatever's behind us is behind us. We're exposing it to the past, acknowledging that it's a part of the past. And we're bowing down into what's to come. Softly, slowly roll all the way up to the seat. You can use your hands to help you just bring your legs into a crisscross seat. Close your eyes and sit up really tall. And then breathe in through your nose, sitting up taller, breathing in for a full count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands together right at your heart. Taking a bigger, deeper breath in. Bigger, deeper breath out. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this Pitta Pacifying yoga practice. And this is a beautiful practice to tap into during the hotter months, summer months, Pitta season. But also if you're finding that you're maybe feeling a little angry, if you're flustered, if you're getting judgmental, if you're really just immersed in a lot of drama at this time in your life, moving a little bit slower, watching the breath, and actually even being aware of the parts of our body that might tend to get a little bit fired up when Pitta rises, and giving those areas some love can be so beneficial and just so transformative as we try to find balance in this beautiful life together. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again in some of the other videos.